Well, there are 16 ties in this round. The 9 Premier League clubs that are in European competition join in at this stage, and that involves Crystal Palace these days. Well, 5 Premier League clubs were knocked out in the last round. 3 of them lost to lower division clubs. All of the Premier League clubs that were knocked out by teams from lower leagues lost on penalties. We'll go to penalties at 90 minutes if the 2 teams can't be separated.
Well, we'll see how it pans out, John. I mean, it's Crystal Palace. You can see that they're going to sit back in their shape, make it difficult, but it's important that they block these little areas.
Here's Jeremy Pino, an early attack, and a fine save, but it had to be. Palace sliced through them so easily, and Pino so willing to take on the shot.
Well, it's a good stop, isn't it? A comfortable height. Just really like quite a picture save, but Pino getting in that hole, that's where they don't want him operating. What a manager he's been, hasn't he? Oliver Glasner.
Here's Munoz driving forward, and he tries to chop inside, wins the free kick out of Dan Kelly.
Munoz been a little bit of a cult figure, a cult hero, hasn't he? I think he's the way he gets up and down that line in that wing-back spot. I think he's been brilliant.
Croatia international, surely going for goal, and he curls it up and over the bar.
Yeah, got to be flatter than that, obviously, to keep it down and hit the target. I wouldn't have even said that's a good effort. I mean, that's a poor effort for me.
Arsenal's got a decent record in the Carabao Cup. 1 more than he's lost, never been past the 4th round though. Now Hughes driving forward again for Crystal Palace, and he slips it into the feet and gets it back again from Esse into the penalty area. Now Sosa, across it goes. Pino's shot is deflected. Munoz comes in, and Bender saves again.
Sturridge wasn't sure whether to put his foot up there, because if he put his foot up, it would have been into the face of Munoz and may have gave away a penalty. Better from Palace, good from Will Hughes. He's been the catalyst really in most of what they've been doing well. Trying to look forward all the time, but you can see the deflected cross just comes to the far post. He elects to pull his foot away, and it's a good selection really there, because he could have given away a penalty quite easily.
Teta comes deep. He was trapped all the way, but he manages to ping it out to Kamara, and then it goes to Sosa, who plays it to the edge of the penalty area again, and Pino drags his shot wide. Same move, Sosa with that ball, and Pino into that space in the area.
Yeah, you've got to close down that area at the far post, because players are going to shoot for it, and you've got to close the gate between the 6-yard box and the far post. They're simple tap-ins for strikers. But he shows the ball to the defender with his right side, drags it to his left, doesn't strike it that well, but that area there, oh, I think John Mateta's got to be anticipating there. You've got to go for that area. No, he's going to shoot, so if he drags it, it's going to be, look, 2 or 3 yard tapping.
Grant won the first header. Ricochets kindly, and Ballo, and a chance for Negley, who's through. What a miss, what an opportunity. The goal was gaping there. Credit to Benitez for coming out and putting some pressure on Negley, but it should have been in the back of the net for Millwall.
What a chance, what a chance. Shame for Negley as well. Got to take those chances. Look, Hughes goes into the tackle, Kamada gives it away as well, then all of a sudden they're on the break. Negley gets a nice little pass into his path, and he drags it wide. I think he's got to open himself out there, John, and got to go for the other corner. Just a poor option, I think. Yeah, he's made a poor option for me, going back across the keeper. That's got to go. Yeah, got to go to his left-hand side.
Big Kamal Grant coming forward. The ball is whipped in, and Ivanovic with the header. And it's a sound save by Benitez, the first time he's had to make a save in anger.
Well, it's good for the stats because it was on target, but it's very difficult to score from that range. But good ball in. Gets across his marker there, Ivanovic, but very difficult to score from that far out.
Coburn's flick, and then Richards. Keeps it in play. Ballo wins the battle with Hughes, and he gets away from Lacroix. Ballo into the penalty area, and Coburn with a close-range opportunity. It was a great chance there for the substitute centre-forward.
Ballo, such a good break. He's come inside, then gone outside, and I think Coburn kind of gets ahead of the ball, and he can't sort his feet out. This is, along with the Negley opportunity, maybe the opportunity of the game. Look, he's hit it with the outside of the foot, and it's popped up onto his chest. Come on there. He's got himself in a little bit of a state. He's only got to get a little slight touch on that, and that's in the back of the net. What a chance.
Now Mateta, and the goalkeeper comes, and Mateta is around him, but there is cover on the line. And Mateta was so close, but it was terrific cover to bail out the goalkeeper.
Comes into no man's land, doesn't he, John, the goalkeeper here?
Devene with the corner towards the back post. Uche wins the first one. Mateta tries to get a back heel away, and it's forced in. Chris Richards. And Premier League Crystal Palace finally bundle the ball into the back of the net and take the lead. Boy, that has been a long time coming and very hard earned.
Well, it's just about keeping the ball alive in the penalty area as it came in from the corner kick. They keep it alive, and it's whoever gets that first toe. First toe for Millwall's a clearance, first toe for Crystal Palace is in the back of the goal because you're so close to the goal. And it's Richards who gets a toe to it, and well, you won't get many easier goals than that, but shame for Millwall. I think that they defended well on these set pieces, but that they keep the ball alive. Not quite clearing their lines. Uche gets the first header in, and there it is, just in between Mateta and Richards, and he gets the final toe to the ball. Messy kind of goal, but just got to get your touch in there. He's kind of mishit the back heel there, Mateta, but he's gone straight to Richards, and in that crowded penalty area, who gets the toe first? And it's Richards.
Millwall win it back in the 90th minute, by the way. Imaku does get away from Devene, gets it into the penalty area. Shinned behind by Lacroix.
He gets a little bit lucky with that one, doesn't he? That could have gone anywhere.
4 minutes being added on. And it will start with a Millwall corner that's flicked on and flicked in. A dramatic conclusion right at the start of added time at the end of the game. Ryan Leonard in there.
Yeah, I think he's got across his marker, and he's done brilliant, hasn't he? Great flat corner, the way it's come in. And what a header. Gets a lovely little flick on it right in front of those fans up that end, and they've gone hysterical. Now he's looking at it, trying to sort his penalties out, Oliver Glasner. That's right at the end of the game. Gets across his marker. Oh, a lovely little touch. It's a glancing header. When it's nice and flat like that and so direct, all you've got to do is get a touch on it. That's a perfect header onto that far post and in the back of the net. And I think for the chances they created, I think they've deserved this.
Hughes, here's Kamara. It's not done yet. On a chance, Munoz into the penalty area. Mateta to win it, and it's wide. What an opportunity. The victory was beckoning there for Crystal Palace.
We've seen some easy chances missed tonight, haven't we? 2 from Millwall and 1 from Crystal Palace, and Mateta there. Munoz, great one, good pass from Kamada. And I think, look, what has he done there? He's just opened his body out and he's just spooned it wide. Oh my goodness, what a miss that is. One of the misses of the season, I think, from Mateta.
Devene with the free kick for Premier League Crystal Palace. First head, though, is a Millwall head, and that was the end of the 90 minutes. That's the end of the normal game. It is penalties. Crystal Palace's centre forward to step up first. And Mateta scores. Top corner, super penalty. Kramer against Benitez, and a save! It was a weak penalty by the Millwall captain, and Benitez got down smartly. Chris Richards, who did score in the game. He scored in the game. He scores in the shootout, 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Wes Harding is next. Millwall need this. They need this desperately. It's Harding. Oh, and it's in. Goalkeeper got a good firm hand to it. He went the right way. Huge relief for Harding and for Millwall. It's Devaney and it's Bender. And it's a fearsome strike again, right into the corner. It's Leonard for Millwall, and it's fearsome, right down the middle. Real power, and it's 3-2. Get back into the shootout. It's Kamada. And a goal, calmly done again. The penalties from the Premier League side have been excellent. So it's Maku, and he must score. Adomo. Imaku has to hit the back of the net, he doesn't. Benitez saves. Benitez is the hero for Crystal Palace in the shootout. And the Premier League side are through. They're through by the skin of their teeth. The penalties were good. Benitez made the saves. It's heartbreak for Millwall, who gave so much, but it is Premier League Crystal Palace who are through.